Hello and welcome. You are watching KNTV and Inside Indian Football episode number 91. So I think good time to maybe showcase you guys and to start this video. We have just received a special gift from YouTube and Google side for the work we have done at KNTV. But lots of things to talk about in Indian football. Many transfers this week which has got completed or set got completed, and I think this transfer window of ISL will be remembered for next few years. Always so many transfers, the Akash Mishra saga, Andrew Thapa, now Sahel also, Sahel Pritam Kotal, two face of the clubs for their own clubs have completed their swap move, and I think not just that, Mohan Bagan signing Cummins, for example, to talk about. East Bengal also making their presence fell in the market. Northeast United competing with other ISL team for the young Indian player signing, Round Glass Punjab entering into ISL. So, and of course, then in the I League, you talk about 5 new teams. So that means lots of players will get an opportunity, players who are not playing football in recent time, seniors players, experienced players who are not getting the clubs in I League, they might be back in action, So I think this transfer window will be remembered in upcoming. I don't think that we're going to see this kind of transfer window in upcoming season. The reason mean I want to say because they are not going to situation like Sahel, situation like Gill, situation like Thapa, situation like Akash Mishra, where there is only 1 or 2 years left in the contract. Now I'm told ISL teams are looking looking into scenarios where where they want to keep the player on long-term contracts, and also if they are not keen to sign a new contract half the way their existing contract is going on, then they're going to sell them early. So early then, so because now many clubs were forced, tired by some of these players to sell them because they had just a 1-year deal left. To give an example, Gill is one of those players who went to East Bengal. Kerala Blaster didn't have any options. They have to sell him. They of course sold him for a very good money, but and now they have to also look for a first choice goalkeeper, which they are looking actively in the market as we speak. हेमंत यार उसकी बात थोड़ी कम करेंगे. वो जो लास्ट वीक की अपडेट हमें मिली है कि देयर इज अ निगल apparently, the player had a niggle, that's why he didn't play it. So we are still verifying the fact, but है कुछ वहाँ पे बिल्डअप होगा तो आपको मैं बताऊंगा. अभी कुछ दे नहीं सकता हूँ. भाई हितेश एंड गुरकिरत ज्वाइन ईस्ट बंगाल. अभी गुरकिरत ने नहीं ज्वाइन किया है ईस्ट बंगाल. सो पीयूष दास, वो आपको मैं स्ट्रेट अवे बता दूँ. ये अभी देखो कि कोलकाता के ट्रांसफर्स में यही इशूज़ है कि ट्रांसफर्स डन होने से पहले ही लोग डन बोल देते डन है. अभी देखो बहुत इतना इजी नहीं है. गुरकीरत अभी मुंबई की प्री सीजन कैंप में है, तो आपको बता दूं बाकी जाता है. लारा शर्मा टू ब्लास्टर्स, वन ऑफ द गोलकीपर्स जो केरला ब्लास्टर्स जिनसे बात कर रही है. बट इसमें क्वेश्चन ये भी है कि लारा शर्मा के पास फर्स्ट टीम एक्सपीरियंस बहुत कम है, तो वो फर्स्ट टीम एक्सपीरियंस कम होने कैन ही स्ट्रेट गो इन टू ISL एंड प्ले द फर्स्ट चॉइस, वो भी एक क्वेश्चन है. एंड उसके अलावा ईशान पंडिता रूमर्स स्टिल इन टॉक्स, नॉट डन. ईशान पंडिता ऑल्सो अंडर 17 वर्ल्ड कप टीम के 5 प्लेयर्स हमने भी रिपोर्ट किया था, इंक्लूडिंग मनजोत सिंह धामी, द 5th प्लेयर हु डिडंट प्ले इन द चैंपियनशिप बट प्लेड इन द क्वालिफायर्स, हैव साइन फॉर फॉर बेंगलुरु FC. उसके अलावा 2 प्लेयर ईस्ट बंगाल जाएंगे बट वो डन नहीं हुआ है. प्लस 4 प्लेयर अभी सुदेवा दिल्ली, तो वो भी अभी डन नहीं हुए हैं. बाकी मिनरवा गोवा के पास प्लेयर हैं, शिलोंग के पास प्लेयर है, तो वहाँ पे भी बहुत सारी मूवमेंट अंडर 17 टीम से चल रही हैं जो बिबियानो को फॉलो कर. रेनेडे सिंह खेलना एक्सक्लूसिव आज अनाउंस हो गए एज असिस्टेंट कोच. व्हाट अ इंडियन कोचिंग स्टाफ. Bengaluru FC have an assistant coach, Renede Singh, reserve team head coach, Bibiano Fernandes, and of course, Simon Grayson has done well for Bengaluru FC last season. So we will come topic by topic, team by team, to the each and everything. We'll talk about Sahel. Sahel का मैंने सबसे पहले एक hint इस channel पे I gave a hint, if you can remember, that Sahel was offered to a midfielder is offered to Mumbai City FC, India International, when I told you guys that he's been offered from a third party. So I will reveal those details. That was the first moment I hear Sahel might move out of Kerala Blaster. It was a shocking development for me, but apparently eventually moved with the third party, didn't got activated. His the current agents only did the deal, but that's what I heard, that not this agent but third party was offering him to Mumbai City FC, and I think depending on how the saga built up, and he finally joining Mohan Bagan. So that's a great signing for Mohan Bagan, another marquee signing, another Indian international, another player who's technically very good, who might play in that midfield alongside Thapa if they play 4-3-3, and 3 foreigners up front. Then they can play Thapa and then can play Sahel and another number 6, maybe a foreigner who can play the number 6. They have Mohun Bagan is going to have a solid team. So before starting the video, let me show you guys. We have just received, while this video was about to start, we received our first silver play button from YouTube, which is for passing the 1000 from 1 lakh subscribers. ये पहले आना चाहिए था, but आया नहीं है. But thank you very much to all of you guys for for your support and everything for this award. And this award is dedicated to all of you Indian football fans and all of the fans of Khel Now TV and Khel Now for supporting us. And I think hopefully we will have that golden play button coming very soon. Also, so we're going to maybe celebrate that also. Mumbai City की तो अभी तो हमें ज़्यादा major update है कल. Mumbai City FC के major update, logo, new branding, new legacy, new era is going to start for Mumbai City FC tomorrow. So we'll talk about that also, all the details I have regarding that. Just hit the like button if you're not hit the like button. We are not on our usual time of 6 p.m. Again, there is other sports have some requirement of using the studio, so I have to prepone this inside Indian football little bit early for you guys, so that we don't miss any kind of the action. अगर आप लोग ready हो तो अब इसी बात पे just hit that like button. Only 37 likes, more than 100 people are watching. Just let's make it 100 like quickly. Krishna will speak in English only, but we have people will ask the question in Hindi. I have to somehow to switch between Hindi, and then apologize from my side, but sometimes we have to do it. Let's come to the to the show now. Starting from, there were 2 announcements done by AFF today. Spark, former Kerala Blaster coach, former India international, has been recommended as a India under-16 head coach. I think I have a mixed opinion of this. I will come into it. Anthony Andrews name has been recommended as a women's team head coach also. And on the AFF side, lots of PR work is going on. There is AFF president speaking, AFF general secretary speaking, and Indian team head coach Igor Stimac is speaking. Lots of media roundtables, lots of media interviews have come in recent time, and lots of controversy regarding that 1 month camp. We'll talk about that also, don't worry. So India, and then the major talking point from the AFF president side, that he's trying to get India to play against stronger opposition, say in Kafa, in Middle East, in Gulf, and outside Asia also. So that's his priority is. And before coming into the national team, the camp and everything, let's go through some transfers which have been kind of done till now in ISL. Hyderabad FC announced their first signing of this first foreign signing of the season. Jonathan Moa has been officially announced by Hyderabad FC. Chennai FC also announced their first foreigner of the season, Jordan Murray, former Kerala Blaster striker, former Jamshedpur striker. I think good signing for them. I really like Jordan Murray. I hope that he get a more playing time. FC Goa announced capture of Hyderabad FC as their centre back, ODI who won India, and East Bengal captured both the Gill's brother. They got Prakshan Gill from Kerala. A fantastic signing, and I think the thing is with the Gill signing, it's not about signing Gill as a goalkeeper as a number 1. It's also they have made Kerala Blaster a bit weak in that department, because Kerala Blaster is one of the competition for East Bengal in this league. And now with signing Gill, they just not have signed the Gill for the first team. They've also now put Kerala Blaster in very tricky position where they need to get new number 1. And there is no guarantee that the new number 1 will start hitting the ground straight away. So and I think that's the statement signing in terms of what East Bengal have done. Kerala Blasters hand kind of they were forced into it because he's just 1 year left in deal, no interest in signing new contract. Of course, the wages he was currently in and the new wages of other ISL club was nearly double or tripled. So it was not easy for Kerala Blaster to match these kind of offers, considering recently 2 years ago they put some kind of salary structure on place at the club. So they want to keep that structure intact. Don't overpay players. Of course, they for example Pritam Kotal, they have done paying him as handsome money, but Kotal profile and Gill profile are totally different. So I think a major signing for East Bengal, not just for themselves but for the league also, that they're going to compete with you guys for all the top player signings. So I think that's a good work for them. But now let's come to the I will come to the Pritam Kotal and Sahel little bit later, but Anwar Ali also announced by Mohun Bagan. Hugo Momo still not sure where he will go, but I think he's still, Mohun Bagan wants to send him out. He has one suitor in India. Let's see if he goes back to his previous coach or not. Listen, not done till now. Mohan Bagan are very bad seller. I've said in past they're not going to sell. They pay for very ease. So even the loan move are very complicated. Let's see how they did it. How they does it. FC Goa have signed Carlos Martinez and Iker, who's left FC Goa. But there's a FC Goa's ambitions of signing their all first choice targets. David Timmer decided to stay in Spain, and which the stay reason was very weird. He was all the thing was done for David Timmer. It's just about signing was remaining the paper, and that's the thing. People go gun blazing and announce David Timmer is done to Goa, but that's the point. Till the signature is done, you can't say that this signing is done. So I think that's it. Now let's come to Sahel and Pritam Kotal. I think both are different way to do it. इतनी जल्दी क्यों आया? मैं पहुंचा अभी हूँ, कोई नहीं, अभी भी पहुंचा, आप दोबारा देख लेना थोड़ा, क्योंकि स्टूडियो का यूसेज था इसलिए हम लोगों को थोड़ा पहले डिसाइड किया है, क्योंकि बाकी लोग पहले नहीं कर सकते थे जिनको कुछ काम करना था. सो अब आते हैं सहल एंड लेट्स कम टू सहल एंड Pritam Kotal deal, swap deal. Nearly, if talking about money wise, it's approximately 3.5 crores transfer fee value up. If you see how much Kerala Blaster got in these, approximately, not just cash I'm saying, but in terms of you see the value of Pritam Kotal also, for example, so that's how the 3.5 crores. So let's see, Sahel, I never thought that I will see Sahel out of Kerala Blaster in India. I always thought that if he goes to another club, he might go to foreign club, for example. That was my thought process. The local boy, face of the club, and you can say same thing for Pritam Kotal here. He is also local boy for Mohan Bagan, club captain again. So again, both the transfer were kind of shocking in terms of how it is. But Sahel, I think it was one of the episode. I don't know. One of the episode on this show only. I think it was around 80th, 81 start of the window. I told that the Mumbai was been offered, not offered, but they have been inquiries made to Bombay that will be interested to sign Sahel. I didn't name the player that time. I said India International, and I think that was the first time I heard that that Sahel, okay, his name has been thrown into mix now in this transfer window. So I reach out to people and everybody say, of course he's under contract with Kerala Blaster, but he is not unsellable. That they might sell him if they get a good offer, and that was different answer compared to what we got previous year summer window when you approach Kerala Blaster sources. They said, no, he's a club face, he is not moving. That was the answer. This time around, when we reach out to club sources at Kerala Blasters, when I heard about this Bombay somebody made inquiry to Bombay, Mumbai City FC that will you guys be interested signing Sahel? Then I approach our sources and I was told he is not unmovable. He might leave. Kerala Blaster might sell him if they get a very good offer. Now with Mumbai City FC, they have Vinit Rai, they have Apuya, and I thought Sahel might or might not have fit, but could have been a good opportunity for them. Bangalore FC was definitely interested in Sahel, but where Mohan Bagan got an upper hand was that Kerala Blaster was very aggressive for Pritam Kotal, talking to Mohan Bagan, and this is before Sahel was made fully available in the market by Kerala Blaster. So they were approached Mohan Bagan for Pritam Kotal. They offered some money. They offered a player also, Huripamp, which was very close to do a swap deal for Kerala Blaster to Mohan Bagan. Mohan Bagan was not interested in Huripamp because they have Sumit Rathi in the ranks, and Subhashish Bose who can play a centre back, and of course Anwar Ali they have signed who can play centre back. So I think their priority was not getting Huripamp. So then they told Kerala Blasters, that let's do a cash deal. I think Kerala Blaster did offer some transfer fee, but that was not matching the valuation of Mohan Bagan. But eventually, then this deal was looking like that it might go to the last day of the window, and Kerala Blaster might or might not get Pritam Kotal, for example. Huripamp was thrown out of the picture by Mohan Bagan. They said they don't want Huripamp in the deal. They just want cash for him. Eventually, when Sahel availability made cleared to the clubs, and then Mohan Bagan and Bangalore FC start chasing Sahel both together. I'm told I think then Kerala Blaster got some kind of a negotiation power, because they knew if Mohan Bagan want to sign Sahel, they have to get involved Pritam Kotal in some kind of a deal, because getting players from Mohan Bagan is not easy. They are very bad seller. I have said in multiple time into it. They don't want to sell their player for very cheap. So then Kerala Blaster was definitely aware that they want to sign Sahel. We have to get Pritam Kotal in some kind of exchange deal. So then whole saga was that what kind of a structure will be there in deal, how much transfer fee does Mohan Bagan need to pay and everything. And now in last 3 days, it got sorted out that they're paying around 1.75 crores approximately in cash to Kerala Blaster, which is a very decent money. But then for a player of a Sahel size is less. But then there's a Pritam Kotal going other way, who is a club captain for Mohan Bagan, big player, a player which Kerala Blasters, one of the #1 target for in the domestic department for them this season. Now that sweetened the deal for Kerala Blaster, because they do lose their club face, but then they're also getting a India international, a senior player, experienced player, a leader from Mohan Bagan, who was Mohan Bagan face. And I think if you see right now the kind of players are moving, I think on a generous side, Pritam Kotal value should be around 1.5 to 1.75 crore as a generous side, because he's not very young, like Thapas and like Mishras and Apuyas and these kind of players like Sahel, for example. So I think that 1.5, 1.7 is so if you plus out both the things, I think that will go around 3 crores mark, and again, that is the transfer figure this season have been in Indian football. Akash Mishra to Bombay, Vignesh going in different direction, approximately, 3 crores, approximately 3 crores ke aspas ka wo deal tha. Then Thapa going to Mohan Bagan, approximately the similar kind of a deal, Anwar Ali going to on loan 4 years from Delhi FC, approximately in a similar kind of transfer fee. So I think that's the figure was there in Kerala Blaster mind, that we don't want anything less than 3 crores, we want minimum by that. But then Mohan Bagan also knew that they need a Pritam Kotal right now, so we have to use that to our favor, that and that's how both parties have got into common grounds, and now both players are going to, and that's very unique for ISL. In the last few years, Sahel have been a face of Kerala Blaster, and Pritam Kotal have been face of Mohan Bagan. So I think both the player switching the alliance, and I think now it's whole thing about Mohan Bagan is how they're going to fit everybody in that playing 11. And I've heard that very clear. They want to go out all foreigners attack. So that's look like the 3-5-2 can be one formation which they can play, or 4-3-3 with Thapa and Sahel as a number 8 and put a foreign number 6, and then put 3 foreigners up front and play maybe all India defense. So they have to maybe make a multiple playing way and formation to decide that what kind of playing 11 or a formation they want to play. And let's see. Let's go to the questions. Any question you guys have, please let me know. Any Indian CV, because they have Sumit. Until Sumit Rathi moves, I don't think Mohan Bagan is going to have Indian CV. Kerala Blaster foreign signing, I think now there will be progress. They got Pritam Kotal, and I think there's some cash again. Gill and the Sahel. So of course they have around 3 crores of a cash in hand. So there will be some definitely a progress made by Kerala Blaster in next days regarding the foreigners. And which I-League teams look strong as per your observation? That's interesting. I-League teams, the signing are still not done for I-League, and I think the new 5 franchisees still have not got official document from the AFF to officially start their signing. Of course, there have been verbal agreement, there have been a pre-agreement, so they will be waiting for it. But I think still Gokulam Kerala, Sirindri, Deccan FC are my early favorite, because they have a squad ready. Ashish bhai, new investor के बाद Hyderabad का scene यार अभी देखो. They still have to clear the dues of the previous players, and that's one thing. But I also want to highlight Sudeva Delhi. They have to pay their players. There are lots of complaint against Sudeva Delhi from 4-5 players regarding undue wages they have been not paid. And I think Indian football fans, the community need to come together and make sure our players are paid on time by clubs like Sudeva Delhi. You can't just go out from I-League and then say we don't want to pay out these players. So I think that's where the AFF need to be very strong with the clubs, who don't want to pay out their players. ISL clubs, they have to pay because they got a FIFA transfer ban, and if transfer ban, then they can't sign it. They start paying they clear the dues. For teams like Sudeva Delhi, who's out of I-League now, आप उनको धमकी क्या दोगे? What kind of threatening message will give? So they have to still pay their players, and Hyderabad is still trying to clear all the dues and everything, and they are started making the signing and the team accordingly, and I think they will be trying to stabilize Hyderabad accordingly. What's the update on Stimac contracts? Let's come to the national team, the camp, and the my opinion on both. Rohit Joshi, I will come into it. Let me just take some question on anything I have said till now. Anything on Jamshedpur FC? I think Jamshedpur is Chima ke. They want to see if they can get Chima out of the existing contract and can sign a new centre back, foreign centre back. Rahul KP is not leaving Kerala Blaster Priyam. Sir, Mohan Bagan can target a backup right back because they have only Ashish Rai. I think Arka Chakravarti, I am told they have a good right back in the academy also, reserve team. So I think there will be player from CFL side. Nokdamba Norim, what a goal, man. Hopefully, keeping finger crossed, hope we keep it discipline in his life and his training and everything, come back to his level where he should be player. Mumbai City update tomorrow. Yeah, so Mumbai City FC, I think tomorrow is the event. They're of course going to announce a new logo, Mumbai City FC, new identity. But it's also an event where you can feel that City Group is now have completely taken over of the club, That's why the new identity, new era I said, and I think there will be some announcement. I don't want to tell you right now, kal aapko wait karna padega actual event ka, and I think that's all about, and I think let's see. I don't know that how might new logo look, but I hope that new logo will be. I really like Mumbai existing logo, by the way, and I hope the new logo will be as interesting as the old logo, and I think this new era of Mumbai City FC will be very interesting. They're playing in the Champions League. And in recent time, the in Indian football, back-to-back Champions League is a good for them. Yeah, Bibiano and Renedy both have 3-year contracts with Bengaluru FC. अरे तो चीमा को रिप्लेस करके फॉरेन सी भी ना, फॉरेन तो कोटा लेस है भाई, सारे आप 12 फॉरेनर थोड़ा साइन कर सकते हो. Ashish Round Glass Punjab change from Punjab FC their logo and name. When will ISL announce the promotion of Punjab FC? Do you have information of Punjab FC? Punjab FC have started making the signing, foreigners, Indians and everything. So I think ISL still, because see, paperwork moves very slow at AFF, and I think that's the thing about these 5 new franchises also waiting for official document from AFF to say they can start their operations accordingly. So I think Round Glass ka bhi, I think before Durand Cup it will happen. Form is temporary, class is permanent, Nokdamba Norim, and hopefully the discipline is now also permanent in that in the day-to-day routine. ईस्ट बंगाल पे आएंगे साजी, रुक जाइए. क्या ये सच है कि नहीं अरुण कुमार, सच नहीं है, ये नहीं सच है जो आप बोल रहे हो. When can expect announcement of Sahel? When Mohan Bagan will start pre-season? See, Mohan Bagan reserve team is already playing in the CFL. I think visas are getting sorted out as we speak. Juan Fernando is on the way to India, and I think exact date, there were dates of some foreigners coming, but I think let's see, because lots of Spanish players, coaches visa have been processed, and it just they need to fly now. I think we'll see lots of clubs to have their foreigners and the first team players start coming from 20th of July. I think that's where we'll see that will happen. There is no quality of a left back in market right now, so how Kerala Blaster going to short the left back position? How they're going to mirror with the I-League player? I think Kerala Blaster could have signed Thokcham from under 17 team if they really wanted a very good high quality left back. Thokcham is there who could have maybe come straight into the Kerala first team, not in the first 11, and give them a good option. But eventually he's going to Bengaluru FC now. He signed for Bengaluru FC. But I think yes, there's a lack of quality of left back in the market. That's definitely sure. One way is that they will not want to waste a foreigner quota. But I think then they will see that if they can cope up with sometime. Say Pep, for example, he didn't have a left back for many years, so he played without a left back. So I think there are ways to do it, but of course not many left backs are available in the market. I totally agree. Any update? Any club in Europe will take shares of Kerala Blasters? देखो तो मैं अगर यूरोपियन क्लब हूँ, मुझे अगर अपॉर्चुनिटी मिले मैं लूंगा, बट डिपेंड करता है डील क्या है. डिपेंडिंग ऑन द डील इज इट. अपडेट ऑन Bunker Hill, whether they are trying to fill a new team in I-League, or I think their first option Kunal Punjabi is to stay with Mohammedan Sporting. The Ambala and the Gurgaon franchise is the second option. Durand Cup में मेन स्क्वाड होगी क्या सब टीम्स की? अरुण कुमार, what I have heard till now, some clubs like Northeast, Northeast United, like other clubs, they are planning for their first team, mix kind of a squad, young players first team squad. So some clubs like Bengaluru FC, others who are thinking about reserve teams, because foreigners can't come on time. So I think that clarity is going to come up in next few days as speak. But कुछ clubs की बातचीत हो चुकी है. Some clubs are going with the first team, some clubs are going with reserve teams, but अब तक officially, मतलब not officially, but एक final approval का wait है. But the Northeast का I heard that they might put their mix of their first team and the reserve team into the Durand Cup. They're looking as an option to win the trophy also and to have a good preseason. Then there's a FC Goa, for example, also looking to get the first team in Durand Cup. So I think वो चीजें हैं. So let's see. JR Tamil, thanks for showing so much love for your. I don't know, sorry guys, ये चीजें मत करो यार, मैं कोई भी कमेंट पढ़ देता हूँ. मोहन बगान look overlaid in attack. Their defense will be heavily tested in AFC Cup, but AFC Cup में एक फायदा है ना. AFC Cup में they can play 6 foreigners, so then they can in defense also. Ashish, why what happened in Northeast? Why there is no news or even rumors from Northeast? Any foreigners updates? I think, see, the development are slow, I know, but they are also targeting lots of young players, Northeast Indian players and foreigners simultaneously. But I think eventually the window is still open. David Timmer, for example, the FC Goa target was this much close to sign for FC Goa and eventually sign for a Spanish club. So these things happened in football, so you don't want to commit before getting the sign on paper. भाई ईस्ट बंगाल एफसी के लास्ट फॉरेनर डिफेंडर कौन हो सकते हैं? हो तो सकते हैं कोई, पर अभी नाम नहीं ले सकता. पिजू दास, आई एम अपोलोजाइज ऑन दैट. Any information of FSDL fine on Kerala Blaster? Arun, not yet now. Negi, I had seen Demeter in Baga Beach. How do I come to Baga Beach? BFC foreign update and their position: striker, the one striker, centre back, midfielder. The 4 foreigners are thinking into the SL first 11 according to that. Any update on Mumbai? Will they sign their players? I think they're nearly done. They have signed the MS Jahood replacement also. Update on shortlisted foreign players of Kerala you mentioned last week. Will Kerala Blaster go for another foreign centre forward or will they sign a defensive midfielder? I think depending on what they can get in the Indian market. So Shan Pandita is available in the market. So if they can get a Shan Pandita, he's will like a foreign second striker for them. So then they're not going to for a second striker. So I think depending on that, what are your eventually target. Mumbai AFC Champions League home stadium, I think they will play in the simple Mumbai Football Arena only. What will happen to Hero Super Cup? I think he's stopped right now, but I have a recommendation. I will say, मैं mathematics कर रहा था, ISL League Shield winner, ISL winner, Federation Cup champion and I League champion. Play them together, semi-final, final, end of the season, or maybe start of the season. Make this a good Super Cup competition. Do it in a Kolhapur, do it in a Manipur or Sikkim, these kind of places. What is your opinion on Kerala versus youngster Vibin? I think Vibin they definitely see him as a very crucial player, and I think I have to see him more. I'm very honest, not seen him lots of live videos, live match, because I don't believe in highlights videos. So I see him live. I think then I will give my more. But look, what I have heard from people who know him, the coaches and everything, looks like he will be the upcoming best Kerala-based player. So I think let's see. Actually heard that Chennai FC signed a player worth 10 crore transfer fee salary from Western Europe. Nah, fake. आशीष भाई न्यूज ऑन नॉर्थ ईस्ट का यार एक्सपीरियंस डोमेस्टिक प्लेयर्स अवेलेबल है नहीं मार्केट में रिंदम अभी ज़्यादा. आई थिंक सहल का अनाउंसमेंट कैन कम एनी टाइम. आई थिंक ड्यूरिंग दिस वीक ओनली. Why Timur didn't join FC Goa? I think eventually player liked the project. He agreed and everything. I think, but family commitments are also there for these kind of foreigners. Apuya, there is no fight between Apuya and Stimac. Isabel, there is no fight. आप ये सब मत बोलिए प्लीज़. व्हेन कार्लोस कोडेट, आई थिंक दे आर एज स्पेनिश कोचेस का सबका वीज़ा प्रोसेस कर दिया गया. सो आई थिंक दे वंस दे गेट द वीज़ा दे विल डेफिनेटली कम टू कोलकाता सून और ऑल द क्लब्स. निकी जी, एलेक्स भाई क्या मस्त बंदा है, जेम ऑफ अ पर्सन, बाकी सबके साफ हैं, गद्दारी करके करते हैं. वहाँ उनसे बात करना उनकी वीडियो में. लेट्स कम टू द नेशनल टीम, the coach and everything, and my clear opinion on that. So lots of media activities from General Secretary of AFF, from Igor Stimac and from President of AFF. They could have come together on a dinner table and discussed these issues. So Igor Stimac wants 1 month camp before the Asia Cup, which is not a bad demand. It's a good demand for Indian football. Now AFF president said we have to go by FIFA law. FIFA law is is about releasing players 48 days before our international match for the international friendlies, and I think for the major tournament like Asia Cup, there is a 7 days window which they have to release. So 7-day window you're talking about, that is not possible for Indian football. But then President also said he wants to do something, try to figure out a way that how can do it, and I will come that how these things are very interrelated. Igor Stimac has come again and again, different media houses said, if you want to give me a new contract, give it to me now or I will leave. I have just 30 or 60 day notice period, I will leave. I will not sign a contract later on. So Igor Stimac first said that he don't want to stay in India after Asia Cup, that he wants to leave. I remember the press conference, he said, my work is here done and I want to go after the Asia Cup. That's why my contract is still Asia Cup, and there is automatic extension here if India reach quarter final. But now looks like Igor Stimac wants a new contracts, from AFF. AFF was waiting that can they delay it, and let's see. And I don't like AFF approach also. I have talked about this issue also on my one of the videos which is going to come very soon on FIFA and 2026 World Cup structure and everything. Because of the coach contract, it's very complicated. And मैं क्यों बोलूँगा, जितना important Asia Cup है इंडिया के लिए right now, उतना ही important World Cup qualifiers होना चाहिए, पर sadly वो लग नहीं रहा है. मैं उस पर आऊँगा, अभी बात करूँगा क्यों नहीं लग रहा है. So these lots of media war of words going on between the AFF president, general secretary, and Igor Stimac coach. Igor Stimac wants a new contract, so that's my question to Igor Stimac is, maybe he should have stayed in India, come back to Delhi, meet president, meet general secretary, get in front of technical committee, present his work and everything now, and sort out his contract now. Whenever he come back, then he's going to do it. That is going to take a time, and we are going to play 2 World Cup qualifiers in the month of November. I don't want my team to not to focus on those. Now here's my another question. The 1 month contract, 1 month camp is decent demand, but is it feasible for our domestic football, for other to bear that? But my question is, Asia Cup is important and you need a 1 month camp for that. What about World Cup qualifiers in March and November? How are we going to prepare for that? We're going to ask this question now, not then जब World Cup होगा तब हम बोलेंगे India World Cup क्यों नहीं खेलता है. What India is doing right now to prepare for the World Cup qualifiers. We have 2 World Cup match qualifiers in the month of November. How are we going to do it? How Igor Stimac is going to prepare a team for that? He's not going to have a 1 month camp for those 2 games. So how are we going to prepare a team for that? So that's my question. We have to take World Cup qualifiers as seriously as Asia Cup. Asia Cup is important, I know, but World Cup qualifiers should be as per the same importance. What I think, and I think people, the AFF, the coach, maybe not thinking the same thing. They are not thinking about World Cup qualifiers. The World Cup qualifiers round 2, we have to go to round 3. And the reason to go to round 3, there's another video coming, but to get a 10 games against top Asian countries. So I think that's my whole point. Ab isme kya hua hai? Let's come to the AFF announcement of Federation Cup. They announced, some committee members said, that Federation Cup need to be revived, and they announced that we are reviving Federation Cup. Now thing is, they could have revived it, maybe revive it next year onwards during the season. This season, they have not asked the commercial partner, in this case FSDL or Federation Cup, they have just announced that we are reviving this tournament. Now issue is, this season, there's a Durand Cup going on, end of September ISL is starting, there is a Kings Cup in September, there is a Madrega Cup in October, there is a World Cup qualifiers in November. So every time the league have to be stopped for 10 days, in September, in October, in November, and then they are asking for 1 month camp, and league and the clubs, because clubs are the owners here. It's not FSDL, it's not AFF, it's ISL clubs पे ऊपर है कि will they release their player for 1 month camp if ISL is going on. They are not going to release. So one solution is you pause the league for 1 month, and then say league goes towards the end of May or June, but that's fine. What about the club who's playing in the Champions League or AFC Cup? How are they going to play their matches in December? There's a AFC game week around 15 to 20th December where AFC Champions League and AFC Cup match is going to take place. So I think again this 1 month camp, I know in ideal world it will sound very good, everybody wants it, but it's very complicated if you see the practical side of it. The ISL need to get over in a month of March, maximum April with this Federation Cup finals. They could have waited on Federation Cup maybe for next year, announced this year that we're reviving Federation Cup for next year. Now Federation Cup games, they are now AFF has announced, so they have to make sure Federation Cup is get played, have to be done during the season. So how are they going to do so? Because there is not enough time period for the matches. Recently only ISL moved on the weekend league from Thursday to Sunday. Up every day we don't want ISL games. That's not a feasible for football. Football development does not take place like a cricket. You can have matches daily. Training in football is as important as the first team games. So seeing these all, somebody have to come on table and discuss everything. It was not good from AFF side to announce Federation Cup straight away revived from this season only, just based on inputs in one meeting. They didn't thought over it. They could have said, okay, we'll discuss. There's a recommendation. Let us discuss with our technical committee, our commercial partners, FSDL in case, and then decide. Now there's AFC Cup game week. There is AFC Champions League game week. Now there is a Federation Cup. There is a 10-day break in October. There is a 10-day break in November. There is no way. अगर मैं बता रहा हूँ Federation Cup revive नहीं होता तो there might be chances we could have seen a longer camp in December, not 4 weeks, but maybe 3 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks. But with Federation Cup coming into calendar, it's complicated, very much complicated. So I think that's the whole thing, and I think you can stop ISL. How India can stop Champions League and AFC Cup? Because now Champions League and AFC Cup will go hand to hand with the Indian football season. Midweek will be the Champions League and AFC Cup matches for Indian clubs. How are we going to stop those? So, and I think if you need 1 month camp for Asia Cup, what about 1 month camp for the World Cup qualifiers in November? Are those World Cup qualifiers not important for us? And I feel they should be as important as the Asia Cup for me. We are not, realistically, we're not going to qualify for World Cup. Realistically, we're not going to win the Asia Cup. It's all about making progress, making to the next round of AFC Asia Cup, making sure go to the next round of FIFA World Cup qualifiers. So that's my whole, my opinion on this is very simple. Everybody need to come together. आप गोलियां मत चलाओ मीडिया में, मतलब शॉर्ट्स मत लो मीडिया में जाके. We should do 1 month camp. President saying, it's not, we go a FIFA law. Then General Secretary saying something. Come together. You are part of a same organization. Come together, sit beside a dinner table and discuss these things and find out a best solution. मीडिया में आके सोल्यूशन नहीं मिलेगा आपको. मैं अगर लेना है तो आप ले लो मेरे से, बट नहीं मिलेगा मीडिया में आके सोल्यूशन. तो ये जस्ट जो ये मीडिया वर्ड्स ऑफ वॉर चल रही है, आई थिंक इट इज नॉट गुड. दैट्स माय प्रॉब्लम. And there's no problem between Apuya and the coach, by the way, Amal Saji. And that's my whole point. And that's even you postponed ISL till January. How are you going to postpone AFC Cup and AFC Champions League games? Can India do it? No. So I think my whole point is there have to be a realistic approach. Federation Cup could have been maybe started next year, considering the kind of calendar we have this season. Now they announced the Federation Cup. Maybe what they need to do, and this is my recommendation to all the stakeholders. Start the Federation Cup round 1 from the second division club, among second division club. Seed the I League club in round 2. Then there is winners and I League clubs play round 2 among themselves. Seed the ISL winner on a round 3, like FA Cup में ये चीज होती है. Seed the ISL clubs in round 3 and round 4 and start the round 3 after Asia Cup in February. You do the initial rounds with the lower division clubs, I League and the second division clubs, first and second round, and then start the round 3 in the month of Feb and the March, as you go ahead. But I think football season going in May in some part of India is going to be very tough to play football in the month of May. So I think that's the reason nobody wants football to go in the month of May. A brief about update on regarding VR. No, there is no update on VR Lite. Looks tough to get implemented this season, I am told. Update on shortlisted. मैंने Gurudev, I have taken your comment. Why Ishan Pandita was injured, that's why he is not playing. Role of new foreign coach of Hyderabad FC. See, सबको पता है ये बात कि ऑन पेपर वो असिस्टेंट कोच है, पर एक्चुअली वो हेड कोच हैं. तो दैट्स द रोल ही हैज़. सर इतने हैशटैग हैं, डिस्क्रिप्शन में शैडो बैन हो जाएगा चैनल. ऐसा किसने बोला? मैं देखना पड़ेगा, मुझे नहीं पता कितने हैशटैग हैं यार. 4-5 ही हैशटैग है. सैफ चैंपियनशिप, फीफा, इंडिया, ये तो हमारे अपने ही हैशटैग है. चलो कम कर देते हैं, आप बोल रहे हैं तो. Thank you for helping out and reminding on that. So that's my whole. And what do you guys think of this? Of whatever I've explained on Federation Cup, on calendar, on 1 month camp, on World Cup qualifiers and everything. ठीक है. We should skip September, October FIFA window for ISL and give a camp for 20th December. Kunal Punjabi, and that's what I'm told. You know, the AFF commercial partners, according to my sources, they said ki we were not asked our opinion when these commitment to Madriga Cup and Kings Cup were agreed. Because there was a World Cup qualifiers in November. पहले ये लग रहा था कि नवंबर में 10 दिन रोकनी नहीं पड़ेगी लीग. There was a chances that the league will not stop in November, but now AFC come with a new model that World Cup qualifiers will start in November. So I think and coming to the coach, why the coach extension is important now, just because I remember. So Igor Stimac is India's coach till end of AFC Asian Cup. That's one thing. He will be the head coach for India for 2 World Cup qualifiers in month of November. If we appoint a new coach in the month of Feb, he will get a 1 month to watch ISL or I-League. He have to select his team, go straight into the March international window to play 2 World Cup qualifiers. Go straight to the June international window to play 2 World Cup qualifiers. So by the time a new coach gets a chance to see everything, have a small camp also, the World Cup qualifiers round 2 will be over. And जैसे चीजें चल रही हैं, we will be out of the World Cup in round 2 only. And I think why to create this situation? If Igor Stimac is doing good job as per your technical committee, give him the new contract now. Give him a new contract. I'm sure he's not going to sign a short-term contract. He wants a minimum of 4-year contract. Give him the contract. Maybe put a clauses of performance-based sacking clauses. But you have to give. India AFF does not have any options other than giving a Igor Stimac new contract, if you ask me. And they have that one option. Other option, they jeopardize India's World Cup qualifiers campaign. No new coach can come and straight into the World Cup qualifiers without having a proper camp and do well. So I think, that's the major problem our national team right now. And I think, I don't know. I think they have to give Igor Stimac a new contract. There is no second chance, no second option here for India right now. They have to give. I know, haath band gaye hain, but you have to give him new contract. Give him now. Just remove all the bubble from the from this confusion of who will the India's head coach after Asia Cup. Give a new contract now. Sahel Pritam is a swap deal plus transfer fee paid by Mohan Bagan. So I think that's my opinion, and I think it's very complicated. Where will Ogbeche play this season? Ogbeche is still in talks with 2 ISL teams. Let's see. लिस्टन आशिक मनवीर का करियर खत्म है. लेट्स सी. आई थिंक कुछ ना कुछ उसमें तीनों में से एक प्लेयर तो मूव डेफिनेटली करेगा. कैन इंडिया अंडर 23 टीम प्ले? दे कैन प्ले, बट दे आर नॉट प्लेइंग इन डूरन कप. लिस्टन दैट्स हैव टेकन एनीथिंग ऑन मोर ऑन दीज थिंग्स. No, yeah, senior women team did not have any coach. Thomas was not in India. And now they have appointed they have recommended a new coach. So let's see. Do you have? No, I don't have acidity for sure. I think Igor Stimac's tenure should be extended up to the World Cup qualifiers 2024. Anshuman Datta, but Igor Stimac ने directly ये बोला है that he wants 4-year project, not 1-year extension. I think 1-year extension उनको शायद offer किया भी गया हो, and he don't want that 1-year extension, And Ram says Igor Stimac is a doing good now. Give him the contract and do well. What are your thoughts? I do agree in some basis. Maybe you can't change your head coach every 4 years. You need some kind of consistency of what you're doing. If Igor Stimac is doing right job right now, give him new deal. Give him new deal. Make everything according what he wants to do with the Indian football, Indian national team, Give him the new deal, because you can't change coach. अब फिर नया कोच आएगा, वो 2 साल लेगा अपनी टीम बनाने में, प्लेइंग स्टाइल बनाने में, तीसरे चौथे साल तक रिजल्ट आते हैं तो हम कोच फिर बदल देते हैं. Happened with Stephen Constantine in 2019. Now same thing happening with Igor Stimac. He got a 1 short extension, of course 1 year का extension को जरूर मिला है, but I think that's the whole point, I think if everything is going well, give him the new contract. Stimac will arrange the match with Croatia. अभी देखो सब चल रहा है. क्या इंडिया ने इशफाक अहमद को अंडर 17 कोच बनाने का सही डिसीजन लिया? अंकुर जैन. मैं देखो इशफाक भाई इज इंडिया इंटरनेशनल, ही इज अ प्रो लाइसेंस कोच, इज अ ग्रेट, बट आई एम बिट वरीड दैट हिज लैक ऑफ कोचिंग एक्सपीरियंस इज देयर. हिज असिस्टेंट कोचेस की स्ट्रेंथ है, बट उन्होंने एक्चुअल कोचिंग नहीं करी है. दैट्स माई ओनली वरीड पॉइंट, बट आई थिंक मे बी दिस इज द स्टार्ट फॉर हिम, एंड लेट्स सी हाउ ही डज with the India under-16 team, you know. But I think मेरा एक सिर्फ worried point ये है, that's under-16 team. Bibiano have done very good job in recent time, you know, and I think maybe, I don't know it's possible or not, but could say Bibiano have done under-17 team and Bangalore FC together. But I think Bibiano was looking for a new challenge, so he got the new challenge. But I think Spark is a great player, and hopefully he will be a great coach also in future. But I think still the lack of first team coaching is a bit worried for me on that department. Corner seal to Chennai FC not confirmed. Praveen Kumar नहीं sign हुआ अभी तक. There is no update on IWL. There is no update on Hero Gold Cup. मुंबई सिटी एफसी का अपडेट हमने आपको दे दिया है, नया लोगो कल आ रहा है, फिर कल आपको बहुत सारी अपडेट मुंबई सिटी एफसी की मिलेगी. हाउ मच ट्रांसफर फी केरला ब्लास्टर गॉट? अराउंड आई थिंक मॉर्निंग ओनली आज खेल का आर्टिकल है, आई थिंक 1.75 करोड़ अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इज द ट्रांसफर फी. एंड प्लस आप इफ यू ऐड प्रीतम कोटाल वैल्यू तो अराउंड 3 करोड़, इट विल गो अराउंड 3 करोड़, यू नो, अराउंड 3 करोड़ के अराउंड जाएगा, 3.5 करोड़ या 1.75 करोड़ दे पेड इन कैश प्लस ऑफ कोर्स द प्रीतम कोटाल वैल्यूएशन इफ यू ऐड इनटू इट, जो भी वैल्यूएशन आपके अकॉर्डिंग है. नेगी जी ये सात्विक ट्वीट किया करता है ट्रांसफर का और सारा क्रेडिट लेता है, खेलना नहीं, अपने खेलना का एम्प्लॉय है, ट्वीट तो नहीं करता यार, वो आर्टिकल ही ट्वीट करता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. डिड नॉर्थ ईस्ट यूनाइटेड कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड बार, आई हैव टू चेक ओगबेचे और नॉर्थ ईस्ट का, आई हैव टू चेक, बट आई एम श्योर कंसीडरिंग द प्लेयर्स दे आर अप्रोचिंग, आई थिंक दे माइट बी टचिंग विद ओगबेचे आल्सो. प्यूतिया टू नॉर्थ ईस्ट यूनाइटेड एनी चांस? गगोई यार, जब मैंने लास्ट प्यूतिया की बात सुनी थी एंड आयुष की भी 2 मिडफील्डर्स हैं, 2 क्लब्स थे उसमें, नॉर्थ ईस्ट तो नहीं था, बट आई थिंक वो लास्ट बात 10 दिन पहले मैंने सुनी थी, तो आज लेटेस्ट मुझे पूछना पड़ेगा उसके प्यूतिया एंड आयुष दोनों के बारे में. ज़्यादा फोकस वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स पे होना चाहिए, एशिया कप ग्रुप स्टेज ऑलरेडी बहुत टफ है, टाइम लिमिटेड है, सही जगह लगाना चाहिए ताकि फ्यूचर में बेनिफिट मिले, और फ्यूचर में बेनिफिट मिलेगा अगर हम राउंड 3 ऑफ वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स में जाएंगे तो. मेरा तो पर्सनल ओपिनियन, मेरे दोनों चीज़ ओपिनियन इंपॉर्टेंट होनी चाहिए. एनीथिंग और सना अभी तक कोई अपडेट नहीं है सना पे भी. AIFF FSGL कॉन्ट्रैक्ट गोइंग टू एक्सपायर सून, एनी न्यूज़ अबाउट एक्सटेंशन? अभी तो दोनों पार्टीज वेट कर रही हैं कि कैसे हम नेगोशिएट करें बेटर डील. एंड एक और चीज, ISL का ब्रॉडकास्ट का भी कंफर्म नहीं हुआ है टू वाईकॉम एंड जियो टीवी जैसे लोग बोल रहे हैं. द डील इज वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड स्टेज, ऐसा नहीं, इतना आसानी से ये होगा नहीं. स्टार स्टिल हैव 1 year एक्टिव कॉन्ट्रैक्ट left with the for to showcase the league, and Star is also 33% owner of the league by the way. So you know, जितना simple नहीं है कि लोग ट्वीट कर देते हैं कि just because Jio have started their own channel that is going to Sportscom 18 and you know it is going to go there, but I think the deal, as I said, the paper are not signed yet on that also. Hope we don't get Tajikistan, Kuwait, North Korea from pot 3, else we won't be given to the third round World Cup under the current circumstances. Tajikistan is tough away game, Kuwait is tough, North Korea away game is very tough, so I think yeah, other than these 3 is fine. मैंने अपना आइडियल ड्रॉ दिया है, अब एक वीडियो आएगा अगर शूट एडिट हो गया जल्दी तो वीडियो, उसमें मैंने पूरी बात करी है, एंड आई हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट सिचुएशन आल्सो ऑफ ईगोर स्टीमैच ऑन द सेम वीडियो. 4 कैंप नॉट पॉसिबल, AFC कप भी है, यही है, आप ISL बंद करवा दो. अब AFC अगर ISL को बोलना चाहिए हम ISL बंद कर देंगे, ईगोर स्टीमैच चाहिए, आप AFC कप और चैंपियंस लीग बंद करवाओ पहले, अगर बंद हो जाएगा तो ISL ही बंद कर देंगे. मैं साथ नहीं ले रहा हूँ किसी का, बट आई थिंक फिजिबिलिटी भी देखनी चाहिए कि फिजिबल क्या है क्या नहीं है. ऑल इज लर्न फ्रॉम ऑल, अरे नहीं मैंने तो कुछ बोला नहीं, बंदा मजाक कर रहा है सात्विक, डोंट टेक इट ऑन योर हार्ट. डूरन कप शेड्यूल इज आउट तो नहीं हुआ है, ग्रुप्स आउट हुए हैं, एंड आई थिंक ग्रुप्स की बात कर ही लेते हैं एक बारी. मैं आपको क्विकली ग्रुप बता देता हूँ. मुझे लग रहा है ग्रुप तो बिल्कुल बैठ के बनाए हैं किसी ने, अगर आप मेरे से पूछो ना, मतलब कोई बंदा बैठा है ग्रुप बनाने के लिए, कैसे मैं ज़्यादा राइवल टीम्स को एक साथ डालूं, यू नो, एंड वो उन्होंने किया है, ठीक है, डूरन कप वालों ने. तो बात कर लेते हैं डूरन कप ग्रुप्स की एक बार फटाफट, ठीक है. 3 ग्रुप A, B, C कोलकाता में खेले जाएंगे, ठीक है. उसके अलावा जो हैं D और E गेम्स के हैं वो गुवाहाटी में खेले जाएंगे, एंड शिलोंग भी आई थिंक एक ग्रुप होस्ट कर रहा है, तो वहाँ खेले जाएंगे. अब ग्रुप की बात करते हो तो स्टार्ट करते हैं मोहन बगान, ईस्ट बंगाल ग्रुप A में है, अलॉन्ग साइड राउंड ग्लास पंजाब एंड बांग्लादेश आर्मी की टीम. बिग कोलकाता डर्बी इज देयर, बिग टेस्ट फॉर राउंड ग्लास पंजाब, यू नो. देन देयर मोहम्मदन स्पोर्टिंग, मुंबई सिटी FC, जमशेदपुर FC, इंडियन नेवी इन अ ग्रुप B. So this look like a only group where there is not much rivalry is there. Then there is Northeast United, you know, at group D, you know, and there is Shillong Lajong of their neighbors from Meghalaya, and you know FC Goa is in there in Group D, you know, and I think it's also very Shillong versus Northeast is a great game to watch. Group E is Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi FC, and there's another club, another service team from Nepal will be there in Group E, you know, and Group F you have local team, Bodoland team. Then making the tournament there is a Odisha and there is a Rajasthan United and Army team in Group F. उसके अलावा आप एक और चीज़ देखिए जो एक और ग्रुप है जिसमें बेंगलुरु एफसी है, केरला ब्लास्टर्स हैं एंड गोकुलम केरला है. तो बेंगलुरु वर्सेस केरला ब्लास्टर विल हैपन एंड देयर इज अ केरला डर्बी इज गोइंग टू हैपन अगेन. सो आई थिंक एक चीज़ यू नो इस चीज़ को देखना पड़ेगा कि ये ड्रॉ तो ड्रॉ नहीं हुआ है, तो बहुत बंदे ने मतलब जिन्होंने भी अपना अपना आराम से बनाया है, सबने जैसे भी बनाया है, ठीक है, तो वो चीज़ है. उसके अलावा जस्ट गिव मी 1 सेकेंड. किसी ने आई थिंक एक सुपर चैट भेजी है एंड आई मिस्ड इट. द फुटबॉल टाइम्स सर चेकआउट माई साइनिंग अपडेट इन ISL, बिग फैन, ऑल ISL साइनिंग, शाउट आउट सर. शॉर्ट आउट टू द फुटबॉल टाइम्स, उन्होंने कोई वीडियो बनाया है आई थिंक ISL साइनिंग अपडेट पे, तो आप लोग जाके देख सकते हैं, उनको भी सपोर्ट करिए. केरला ब्लास्टर आई थिंक दे लारा ऑफ कोर्स दे आर लुकिंग इनटू इट. देयर इज नवाज हु इज काइंड ऑफ अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट, बट आई डोंट थिंक केरला ब्लास्टर कॉन्टैक्टेड मुंबई फॉर नवाज येट. उसके अलावा गोलकीपर्स अंडर 17 टीम के साहिल पुनिया हैं, वो भी कहाँ जाएंगे पता नहीं, बट यू नो बट आई डोंट थिंक इज रेडी फॉर ISL एज येट, नो. तो वो चीज़ है. सर आप अनिकेत भारती, अभिनीत भारती का इंटरव्यू बनाएं. इंटरव्यू से आया, सोम कुमार का पॉडकास्ट चैनल पे आया है. यार बनाना चाहता हूँ, बट मुझे ना जब तक फीलिंग अंदर से नहीं आती ना कि मतलब ये लोग सही लेवल पे खेल रहे हैं, दीज आर गुड पीपल. अभिनीत भारती केम टू इंडिया, ही कुडंट गेट इनटू द ISL टीम, यू नो, सो I don't know about the level. Som, at least I know, played for India under 21, played in SAF. I've seen him play, so I know he's actually a great talent to be there. And I think Som के साथ मैंने बहुत he's a kid and I tried to make him comfortable. I kept it very easy and everything. तो वो थोड़ा सा इंटरव्यू उस तरह का है. तो आप देख सकते हैं सोम के साथ. सोम, his mindset is very clear, and I really like that. At 18, to have that mindset, to have that courage, and to have that excitement, plus to have that motivation to play out is very clear, and it comes through his parents who are also sports person, and his brother who played football also. So I think that's the reason his mindset is very clear, and I think मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा. I have talked to lots of, and I told Som also, I have talked to lots of players, young players, they don't have the clear mindset. And talking about goalkeeper, India goalkeeper Gurpreet Singh Sandhu is training with his former club in Norway, Setback, and we have done an interview of him, not interview, small quotes, that why he decided to went to Norway for a training, and their goalkeeping coach. He is a very proud of Gurpreet, the Setback goalkeeping coach. He was there back 8 years ago when Gurpreet was there, and I think good. He is very happy to see Gurpreet back again in the setup. Is Sachin Suresh is okay for first choice? I don't think Sachin Suresh is okay. I know he's a great talent, but I think ISL, we have seen Dheeraj coming to Kerala Blaster. He was coming for very high, pedigree when he came to under 17 World Cup squad to Kerala and faced lots of pressure. So ISL goalkeeping in Kochi especially is not easy. I think Sachin can be the one option, but I think then Kerala Blasters fans need to be ready to accept his mistakes. Because his mistakes, because young goalkeepers do commit mistakes sometimes. BFC स्ट्राइकर नेम न्यू टू ISL, आई थिंक न्यू होंगे. सात्विक बड़ा नाम है कि नहीं तो डिपेंड करता है आप लोग कैसे देखते हैं. भाई मिनिमम 28 मैचेस का रूल है AFC का फॉर क्लब्स. यस वो है, 27 गेम्स चाहिए होते हैं जो भी क्लब चैंपियंस लीग और AFC कप खेलेंगे. डूरन कप शुड हैव अ प्री क्वार्टर फाइनल, बट आई थिंक नहीं ज़्यादा बड़ा हो जाता टूर्नामेंट. आपको टूर्नामेंट ज़्यादा बड़ा करना नहीं. Why IFF not taking any action against state FA who are not conducting league properly? Any update on TNFA election? नो अपडेट ऑन TNV इलेक्शन ऑल्सो एंड स्टेट लीग्स का भी मुझे वही है कि नहीं है. मैं तो बोलता फंडिंग बंद कर दो स्टेट फेडरेशन की अगर वो स्टेट लीग्स नहीं करते हैं. बट व्हाट अबाउट द क्लब्स ऑल्सो, यू नो, हु आर नॉट पेइंग द प्लेयर्स ऑन टाइम. आई थिंक दे हैव टू टेक ऑल्सो एक्शन अगेंस्ट दोज क्लब्स ऑल्सो. विल आई लीग कंटिन्यू इन दिसंबर जनवरी, वो डिसीजन AIFF का है. विल दे कंटिन्यू, पहले स्टार्ट कब करेंगे क्लैरिटी नहीं है आई लीग का. अभी तो जो लग रहा है कि अक्टूबर में ही स्टार्ट होगी आई लीग, तो वो क्लैरिटी आ नहीं रहा है कि आई लीग स्टार्ट कब होगा. तो आई थिंक वो जैसे क्लैरिटी आएगा बताएंगे तब देखते हैं. FIFA never gets to do a state league. There are lots of states who don't do a state league, you know, and hardly proper state league इंडिया में कितनी है, I don't know. आपको फिंगरप्रिंट्स पे आपके काउंट कर सकते हो कितनी है. बैंगलोर एफसी हैव 3 फॉरेन CV दिस ईयर. आई डोंट थिंक दे हैव 3 फॉरेन CV. कौन बोला है? सात्विक. आई डोंट नॉट चेक्ड इट. नेगी जी ब्रिंग सात्विक ऑन स्टूडियो एंड लाइव ऑल्सो. भाई वो कोलकाता में है तो स्टूडियो कैसे आएगा. एनीथिंग अबाउट जमशेदपुर डोमेस्टिक साइनिंग, मोस्ट ऑफ इट डन. सो दे आर स्टिल द कपल ऑफ यंग प्लेयर्स विल जॉइन Bengaluru FC फॉर श्योर. Will Mohan Bagan say any centre back as a backup for Kotal? I don't think so. Sumit Rathi has been kind of assured by Mohan Bagan that he might play this season, you know, in some kind of a role. So I think that's why he's staying, and because they know Pritam is going also. The left-footed centre back, we might see Anwar, Sumit Rathi starting some game together. And that's the reason they didn't go to Honeypalm also. They were getting Honeypalm, they didn't get it. Spark New Under 17 coach, मैं thoughts दे चुका हूँ अरुण मन के बारे में. I am is a great India player, licensed coach. But I still feel experience of coaching first team is less. That's my only concern point. And I've given my detailed thoughts in the previous section. Kolkata Football League matches have 5 division. Premier Division has a 26 team. But that's the whole point. The North Bengal need their proper. Either you start in a different league for North Bengal. You know, I know Kolkata is a CFL is a great example, but still it have to be a proper state out league, not just in Kolkata. I will put timestamp in comments after stream. Hopefully the stream is no issue like last time. Will Killer also sign Iman? He's still highly rated at FC Goa. So again, just like Kotal, all the Kerala Blaster targets are the players who are very highly rated, important part of the club setup and everything. Same with Ivan. So आसान नहीं होगा Ivan के लिए भी to get Kerala Blaster. Ashish, FA Cup organization committee handed to Premier League to organize rights. Why can't Durand Cup committee hand it over to AIFF and ISL? I think because it's Army's pride. That the forces, they look towards Durand Cup every year. So I think it's not FA tournament. It's Army's pride. So I think it's not a joke. You know, it's Indian. It's the forces. They are very proud of Durand Cup. It's one of the oldest tournament in the world. That's why I don't want to give it. They might appoint ISL in future maybe to as a marketing committee or whatever, because it's not a money making tournament for them. It's a pride for them to do Durand Cup. FC Goa, yeah, they will send one more foreigner. Second choice, they have already started getting that the another replacement, not replacement, but another option is like David Timmer to sign. 23 teams still now in Durand Cup. One team will have announced in the next few days, says Satvik Sarkar. That's the update on Durand Cup. What do you think of Parveer Das, Parveer and Kotal fullback setup for Kerala Blaster? I think Parveer is right back, better on right. I think Parveer, Pritam centre back. I think I still play Horipam. You know, and then go foreigners in midfield and attack. You know, can play if you can have a good left back. Sandeep, if you can play left back, I think a good setup. They can play with the all 4 defense. Then put a good defensive midfielder, who's a foreigner, of course. Adrian Luna is there, and then put 2 attacking players. I think that should be the way now, because 4 foreigners rules means you can't have 2 attackers if you're getting for a foreign centre back. So I think maybe Kerala Blaster can do that. And Pritam Kotal might not be a good right back, but is a great centre back to have. No nonsense centre back who will not take any risk. Maybe not good on the ball, but he will be very solid in terms of when the defending is required. Tomorrow is Owen Kuel birthday. We'll wish him happy birthday for you. BFC already have. Who said another centre back is coming? Satvik. मुझे नहीं लगता किसने बोला another centre back आ रहा है. चेन्नई एफसी का फॉरेनर अभी बात चल रही है, डन नहीं हुआ है कोई, इसलिए कुछ बात बता नहीं सकते आपको. टू मेक डूरंड कप कॉम्पिटिटिव ऑल टीम शुड सेंड द मेन टीम. वही है, बट कुछ क्लब्स हैप्पी थे लास्ट टाइम फैसिलिटीज की वजह से. आई थिंक दैट्स विल थिंग. सर इवान विल मिस द इनिशियल आईएसएल गेम बिकॉज ऑफ 10 मैन गेम्स. यस, बट आई थिंक इफ यू कैन गो डूरंड कप देन वो शायद नहीं मिस करेंगे, जहाँ तक मुझे लगता है कि डूरंड कप भी सेम ही स्ट्रक्चर में आ रहा है इस टाइम पे. इज यार सात्विक यक ओके नेगी जी, ठीक है भैया समर्थक जी. इंस्टेड ऑफ प्ले ऑफ आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ लीग, कैन वी कंडक्ट अ सुपर कप टाइप ऑफ टूर्नामेंट इन दैट विंडो, द सेम टॉप 6 टीम प्लस अदर आई लीग टॉप टीम कप विनर. एंड बट वो इशू ये है कि अभी AFC का स्लॉट भी मिलता है ना उसमें, so they don't want to give that AFC of slot to non-ISL team. अभी नेक्स्ट ईयर मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा देखना पड़ेगा. We will miss our captain Kotal. There's Sandeep. I think Kotal is definitely a great servant for Mohan Bagan and ATK in past, for example. And I think that's why maybe Kerala Blasters is also happy. They, of course, they didn't want to sell Sahel, but then they got their primary target in also. अच्छा नाम ही चेंज कर दिया है. Why only said one striker midfielder, centre back foreigner are incoming for Bengaluru FC? No, I knew that. मैं बताना चाहता था क्या प्लेइंग 11 में कौन से 4 फॉरेनर्स हो सकते हैं, स्ट्राइकर, मिडफील्ड, 2 midfielders and a center back. I said in a playing 11, you know, not 2 center back. I said one foreigner, 1 Indian can be there. But I think if they have a good 2 foreign center backs, then they might do 2 foreign center back, 1 midfielder and 1 forward, you know. But ideally अगर मैं टीम बना रहा हूँ, ISL में बना with 4 foreigners in team, I will put 1 foreigner in center back, 2 foreigners in midfield, 1 foreigners in attacking position. If I am making the team. अंडर 23 का कोच कौन है? अंडर 23 क्वालिफायर से पहले फ्रेंडली अपडेट है. फ्रेंडलीज होंगे, डिसाइडेड नहीं. राणा जी, क्लिफर्ड मिरांडा सेट टू बी अ कोच ऑफ अंडर 23 टीम. वो भी कंफर्मेशन अभी आनी बाकी है, बट ही विल बी द कोच. इज देयर एनी चांस ऑफ अल्वारो टू केरला ब्लास्टर और ही इज गोइंग टू स्पेन? ISL club should sign a qualities like Alvaro. I think is wasted by Goa because the successor of Nova and Goax. Gurudev, Alvaro अभी तक जो लास्ट अपडेट मेरे पास थी, he have not received any kind of offers from India, which includes Kerala Blaster also. So maybe Kerala Blaster will wait because Goa is desperate to get him out also of their payroll and everything. So they will wait till last moment and see if they can get some kind of sweetened deal with Alvaro. But as per now अभी तक तो कोई confirmation नहीं आया है of Alvaro or to Kerala Blaster. मुंबई सिटी से अकेडमी अनाउंसमेंट टुमारो. कल बहुत कुछ अनाउंसमेंट है. विघ्नेश सोनार, आप कल वेट करिए, कल देखेंगे. Who will be captain under 23 qualifier? Amarjeet is eligible. Will he? I don't think Amarjeet will be captain. I think captain is decided when the final squad is made. So let's wait for that. No update on Kerala Super League also. Makhan Lal to CFC. अभी तक तो कौन मयंक परवीन कुमार नाम बताएंगे क्या है? I don't know everyone rate Pritam as a right back. He's a very good center. I don't like. Yeah, I'm saying Akshay is a great center back. He's a great center back. He's not a modern right back. He's a traditional right back. Why FF reducing the budget of our I-League after getting so much money from bids? If you are not improving the quality of broadcasting product, it will affect the top league. Agreed. But they also have limited funds. Lots of national team playing this season, so that's the point. Is Puyutia coming out? Any chance? Ayush Adhikari next destination. What about their Thapa replacement? I think Ayush and Puyutia, they were available in the market, and of course Chennai FC looking towards these midfielders, but I can't say that who is going where. We have to wait for some time. And the other midfielders also available in the market, young midfielders. सर गुरकीरत तो बॉम्बे में रिपोर्ट कर दिए हैं, अभी तो कुछ मेजर अपडेट तो आई नहीं है गुरकीरत के बारे में. वी स्टिल वेटिंग, नॉट डिसाइडेड ऑन दैट. व्हाई इज कोटल इज रेटेड एज देयर इज अ बेटर प्लेयर? आई डोंट थिंक. सी, एवरी प्लेयर द ओन क्वालिटी, and Kotal have his own quality. He's a leader, first of all, experienced player, second of all, can play in 2 positions, third of all, and he's not. Don't judge his centre back performance based on his right back performance, which you saw. That's the thing. Mumbai City new signing, and Vanif is a decent player, very good player to get at that profile, who will nick that midfield for them, continuously help them to keep the position. Good replacement for Ahmed Jahu. Let's see how it does in India. That's also important, because jahan se where he come from, those type of foreigners have not done well in India past. Their profile is good, but they are not able to acclimatize themselves in the Indian league and the Indian weather and everything. So hope see he does so. Any news on East Bengal foreign? अभी तो कुछ नहीं है. प्रिंस मुखर्जी जी, और क्या बोल रहे हैं यार ये? Not knowing that club is ready to sell Horipam for another series, that will be the mentality of Horipam continuing Kerala Blaster. His performance mentality will be interesting. But I think Gurudev, these things happen in football, so I don't think the mentality will change anything. If he plays, Horipam is a great talent, and I still feel he should play with Pritam Kotal in centre back, put a right back and left back, and put 2 foreign midfielders, 1 foreign DM and Andrew Luna in midfield, and put 2 foreign attacking players. I think that's how Kerala Blaster can be very competitive. They can keep the defense tight with Indian players, and Parveer Das is a great attacking outlet on right. So, and then they can put 2 foreigners, 2 strikers, maybe play 4-4-2, which Ivan has done in past, and I think giving 2 foreign strikers to play up front, if you ask me. Konar to Chennai FC, not done. Hugo Moto Odisha not done. भाई मेरा कमेंट, गणेश जी आपका कमेंट देखा था यार, मिला नहीं, कहाँ गए गणेश? गणेश के का मिला है, गणेश नायक। आप दोबारा डाल दो फटाफट। नामधारी 11 अपडेट अभी तो चल रही है, टीम बिल्डिंग उनके लिए, सारी टीम्स के अभी देख रहे हैं। रिडीम तलांग टू नॉर्थ ईस्ट डन हो चुका है, प्राण खेलना ऑलरेडी डेड स्टोरी वे बैक। जॉर्डन मरिट चेन्नई एफसी डन, मयंक पवार। गणेश फिर से लिख दे भाई, हाँ सही बात है। कैन मोहन बगान विन एफसी कप अकॉर्डिंग टू यू? दिस सीजन दे शुड बी, बिकॉज अगले सीजन तो वैसे भी चेंज हो रहा है। सहल की शादी हो गई, व्हाट अबाउट? Congratulations for Sahel for getting married and getting a big mega move to मोहन बगान सुपर जायंट। क्या सिटी फुटबॉल ग्रुप मुंबई का स्टेडियम बनाएगा? रमन चंडेल भाई, स्टेडियम इंडिया बनाना आसान काम नहीं है, बहुत अलग डिबेट है इस चीज़ की, तो वो तो देखो अभी देखते हैं। लैंड मिलना बहुत मुश्किल इंडिया में स्टेडियम्स के लिए। Pythia to North East United अभी तो कुछ सुना नहीं है, पर वी हैव टू चेक। हाउ विल मोहन बगान accommodate 3 foreign forward in starting 11? Cummins, Sadico and Petros with all want to play. What will be the who will that create a problem for team? मैं रॉय चौधरी शौमिया ये खेल सकते हैं ये लोग 4-3-1-2 की फॉर्मेशन। You know they play 4-3 in ISL games especially. You know you play 3 foreigners and put a defensive DM and put Thapa and Sahel in midfield trio of in between, and then put one of all their 3 strikers. I think of course Cummins and can play, and Sadiq and Petros in a way that one is playing in as a secondary number 10 position, which is a forward player, and the 2 on side of is a right striker and left striker. So that's a center forward in between and right striker, left striker. So I think that's where they can do it. That's a one way do it. Then they have a 3-5-2 they can play. Then they can play 2 foreigner striker. But I think this formation of 4-3-1-2 can work for Mohan Bagan, because you have to see Ashish Rai on right is a great outlet. He's like a winger, and if somehow Mohan Bagan adjusts Ashik Qurain on the left back, which I'm not a big fan of, by the way, and they keep their defense very solid with Anwar and Sumit Rathi, for example, if they play that kind of a football, they play Anwar Ali, they play Sumit Rathi in that, and there Ashish Rai on right and Subhashish Bose or Ashik Qurain on left is a great combination. Then put one defensive midfielder and Thapa and Sahel together, and then put 3 foreigners. It will kill multiple teams. You outscore them, as simple as that. You have that quality in the team. Sahel, Thapa is a great goal scorer themselves, and then you have 3 good goal scorer, and that's the reason Sahel has been come on board, because looks like they don't want to depend on Hugo Bumo for creativity, and there are chances Hugo Bumo might leave Mohan Bagan. So I think that's the reason they kind of try to replace Hugo Bumo. Quality is not same in terms of Sahel, but Indian player wise, Sahel creativity's level is on top. So that's why they have Thapa and Sahel for the creativity work. अभी तक KSL को अपडेट नहीं आई है, कुछ तो हिंट दो कल मुंबई के अनाउंसमेंट का। नया लोगो आ रहा है विघ्नेश कुमार सोनर, ये बता रहा हूँ, एक नया एरा स्टार्ट हो रहा है मुंबई का, तो आप बाकी कल अनाउंसमेंट में तो देखो, सब अभी बता दूंगा कैसे होगा। हु विल रिप्लेसमेंट ऑफ Sahel, बिकॉज इट विल बी इंटरेस्ट टू सी हु विल compensate the quality of Sahel considering of the Indian player. Your thoughts on which player we would go? I think Sahel was not playing the number 10 for Kerala Blasters, so I think 4-4-2, the formation which Ivan likes to play. In that, I think in terms of value, I will say Rahul KP is a great in terms of becoming a face of the club from Kerala again. Vibin, if he can develop also. So I think that 4-4-2 formation, if they can get 2 foreigners or Ishan Pandita to play, for example, as one of the forwards, can be a one way to go for Kerala Blaster. They don't play number 10 formation, so Sahel eventually was playing on the wings for them. So I think that's another reason, because on a long scheme of things, he was not fitting in Ivan formation also, and Sahel wants to play in midfield, not on the wings for the national team role also. So I think that's another reason why Sahel maybe decided to leave Kerala Blaster. Jamshed Dorsi getting a right back, right winger, have to check. Narayan Das next decision, I have to check all these. Sorry मैं भी check नहीं कर पाया. अनवर अली ने FCO के साथ क्यों नहीं कंटिन्यू किया? बिकॉज उनको अच्छी डील मिल गई मोहन बगान से, इसलिए इसलिए वहाँ चले गए. एंड प्लस दिल्ली FC को ट्रांसफर फी मिली है इस चक्कर से. ATK विल गो इनविंसिबल मोहन बगान, सॉरी विघ्नेश भाई, क्लब नाम ढंग से लिखो यार, मुझे भी मरवाओगे. इफ दे गो दे विल कंसिडर अ फ्लॉप टीम. सो ही सेइंग दे नीड टू इनविंसिबल दिस सीजन, और नहीं जाते हैं तो दे विल बी कंसिडर्ड फ्लॉप दिस सीजन. सो any update on Vibin Mona training? Yeah, he's training with a Greek top division side. Will come back soon at Kerala Blaster. Looks like a future one of the player for Kerala which they can make around team. अबे उड़ीसा पे अपडेट दो, फुटबॉल उड़ीसा इज वेटिंग.
भाई मेरा भी रिप्लाई आई थिंक उड़ीसा देखो there are two players of course Odisha have made inquiries for Hugo Bumo is one of them second is Liston Classo but both are not done and Mohan Bagan they are very difficult to handle in the transfer market so I think that's where the Odisha's transfers are kind of stuck right now these two players they want to get into these two players they're still stuck गुरजिंदर सिंह कुमार का नेक्स्ट डेस्टिनेशन चेक करना पड़ेगा यार ये पर्टिकुलर प्लेयर्स का प्रीतम सेंटर बैक कैप्टन 2 टाइम आईएसएल चैंपियन दैट्स व्हाई प्रीतम कोटाल रेटेड हाई आई थिंक ही विल डू वेल एट I think Caleb Blaster should try to get Ashik. Yeah, I can think Ashik on a left wing, great asset. एंड जब मुझे सहल का पता चला था मैंने कहा प्रीतम के साथ अगर क्योंकि पहले बोला गया कि 2 प्लेयर्स को जाना चाहिए मतलब देयर द रूमर्स दैट 2 प्लेयर्स माइट गो टू केरला ब्लास्टर अलोंगसाइड सहल कमिंग हियर आई थॉट दे शुड गो फॉर प्रीतम एंड आशिक Ashik is a great threat on for Kerala Blasters, centre forward, left wing. He can be a great threat. Local boy again, can be face of the club again. But I think not sadly, but they decided to take money plus Pritam Kotal. So that's not also bad deal for Kerala Blaster. So guys, have Kerala Blaster made a blunder by sending Vikas on loan to Mohammedan Spur and scored a goal and gave an assist? I think so. I think if there's a young player, they need the depth on the team. They don't have enough depth in their first team now. But they have sold lots of players and the replacement have not come yet. रंजीत दास सर ने किसी बड़े सरप्राइज की बात की है अपडेट रिगार्डिंग आई थिंक रमन चंडेल रंजीत बजाज सर से ही बात करनी पड़ेगी आई थिंक वो दिल्ली एफसी में वो इन्वेस्टर आ रहा होगा मुझे लग रहा है वही बड़ा सरप्राइज ये हो सकता है भाई कुछ अपकमिंग फुटबॉल डेडिकेटेड स्टेडियम के बारे में बोलो यार कुछ अपकमिंग एक बॉम्बे में बन रहा है छोटा स्टेडियम है मिनी स्टेडियम है पर वो डेडिकेटेड स्टेडियम्स तो बन नहीं रहा है बट अभी देखो जो आई लीग में टीम्स आई हैं उनके प्लान्स हैं स्टेडियम बनाने के अपने बट वो लॉन्ग टर्म प्लान्स कब होते हैं उन पर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर है वो बना सकते हैं एबिलिटीज़ हैं जो आई लीग में कुछ टीमें आई हैं इस टाइम पे उसके अलावा अब मुंबई सिटी एफसी के भी लॉन्ग टर्म एम है एफसी गोवा का भी लॉन्ग टर्म एम है बेंगलुरु का भी लॉन्ग टर्म एम है केरला ब्लास्टर का भी लॉन्ग टर्म एम है मोहन बगान का भी लॉन्ग टर्म सबके एम तो हैं बट वो कब होगा वो देखना थोड़ा मुश्किल है हाउ मणिपुर इज अ प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ सो मेनी टॉप प्लेयर्स लाइक सना आपका कमेंट डिलीट हो गया सर आपने ही कर दिया शायद Connor Sealy to Chennai FC is not done. Top 4 prediction. I think देखो on paper जैसे टीम बना रहे हैं everybody I will go with how it's going right now. Mumbai City FC, Mohan Bagan will be there and I think FC Goa will want to get back to top 4 and there's a one spot available and one spot can be taken by anyone. You can't take any team lightly but Bengaluru FC will want to be on top 4 and that means for the 2 slots Kerala Blaster, Chennai FC, East Bengal, Jamshedpur, Odisha even Northeast United are going to fight for it. So I think let's see how does this goes this time. मोहन बगान ने बोला था बिग अनाउंसमेंट करेगी कब करेगी मोहन बगान से पूछ के बताना पड़ेगा. सना टिंग कमिंग टू मोहन बगान दीपराज जी तो मैंने सुना नहीं है पिछले साल सना में दे वर इंटरेस्टेड इस साल का कुछ पता नहीं है. सो मैनी सिल्वर विनिंग कोचिंग दिस सीजन टॉक अबाउट सिल्वर वेयर हमारे पास भी सिल्वर वेयर आया है अभी तो गोल्डन तो नहीं आया सिल्वर वेयर जरूर आया है तो होपफुली गोल्डन भी जल्दी आएगा एंड हम भी कुछ ट्रॉफीज उठा रहे हैं तो थैंक यू वेरी मच टू ऑल ऑफ यू गाइज फॉर सपोर्टिंग एंड फॉर बीइंग विद अस इन दिस जर्नी ऑफ दिस इज 100K बटन बाय द वे पर 1 मिलियन वाला भी आ रहा है. सो गाइज थैंक यू वेरी मच लॉट्स ऑफ गुड सेशन. यू कैन फॉलो मी ऑन 7 नेगी आशीष ऑन ट्विटर. There's a Som Kumar podcast on this channel with a timestamp. You can watch it. Do support यार these kind of a podcast not easy to bring. आप लोगों को support चाहिए उसके लिए and उसके अलावा Nocha Singh to Kerala Blaster. There was some reports earlier I heard not reports I heard from somebody but then somebody said that deal is not dead now. But अब recent निकल के आया तो देखना पड़ेगा. ओ भाई आज भाई घर पे पनीर होगा. अभी गोल्ड प्ले भी आने वाला है तो आई थिंक साथ में ही पार्टी करेंगे फिर. So I think thank you very much. ठीक है there are lots of stuff coming on this channel. कुछ वीडियोज़ आ रहे हैं कुछ इंटरव्यूज़ आ रहे हैं कुछ पॉडकास्ट आ रहे हैं तो आप बने रहिए. You can follow me on Twitter 7 Negi Ashish. You can follow me on Instagram if you want 7 Negi_Ashish. खेलना all the handles are in description. एशियन गेम्स के लिए भी कवरेज चालू हो रही है तो हमारा जो फेसबुक पर सिर्फ खेलना होगा पेज है उसको भी आप लाइक कर सकते हैं. वहाँ पे हमने भी एफर्ट डाला है काफ़ी पोस्ट वगैरह रेगुलरली चल रही है. उसके अलावा खेलना.com वेबसाइट पे आप जाते रहिए बहुत सारे एक्सक्लूसिव ट्रांसफर्स वहाँ पे आ रहे हैं. खेलना/फुटबॉल पे आप बने रहिए रिफ्रेश करते रहिए. अगले आने वाले दिनों में बहुत सारी चीज़ें वहाँ पे कंफर्मेशन आपको वहाँ मिलने वाला है. एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन एंड आई विल सी यू गाइज अगेन नेक्स्ट थर्सडे विद अ 92 एपिसोड ऑफ इनसाइड इंडियन फुटबॉल. अंकुश जी आप रेडी हैं? सो आपने अगर लाइक नहीं किया एवरीबडी प्लीज हिट दैट लाइक बटन बिकॉज आई कैन सी ओनली 144 लाइक्स देयर वर मोर देन 200 पीपल वाचिंग. यार कम ऑन गाइस जस्ट हिट दैट लाइक बटन यार. मोटिवेशन तो दो अगले हफ्ते दोबारा आने का. ठीक है. अलेक्जेंडर को बोलो और फोटोज पोस्ट करे इंस्टाग्राम पे. अलेक्जेंडर को बोलता हूँ भाई और फोटोज पोस्ट करेगा इंस्टाग्राम पे, ठीक है। इल ख्याति विल प्ले इन आईएसएल लीग, आई थिंक विल प्ले फॉर चेन्नई एफसी। इल ख्याति आई हैव टू चेक, बट आई थिंक कॉन्ट्रैक्ट अभी साइन नहीं हुआ है तो मैं कुछ बोल नहीं सकता। सो गाइस थैंक यू वेरी, हाउ मणिपुर इज प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ सो मेनी टॉप टैलेंट्स लाइक धीरज सना, हरिपाम रोशन। आई थिंक देखो दो चीजें, एक तो football is in bloodline of northeast and Manipur especially. They have these players in past also. Now Ranjit Singh has opened his academy, then Trao and Niroka coming from Manipur is also a great, you know, Shillong also produced lots of players from Manipur. So I think that's the why football is in their blood, you know, that's the reason, you know, it's a natural for them to play football, you know. Guys thank you very much. Mohan Bagan Academy का न्यूज़ जैसे आएगा देंगे, and I will see you guys again next week Thursday. उससे पहले को वीडियो देखने को मिल जाएगा। मिस्टर अंकुश जी आप इसको एंड कर सकते हैं, as we say thank you very much to our viewers.